What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Nerdy Volume Podcast. We are your hosts, Randolph.
Is
And Leo. And today we are going to talk about Lake Mead. You may be asking, what is Lake Mead? Well, first of all, it's a lake. Just in case you didn't know. Second, it's a lake in Las Vegas because that's where we live. And we got some crazy stuff to talk about that lake because things have been happening in the last few months.
Mm-hmm.
And things that shouldn't surprise us, but it did surprise some people for whatever reason. And we'll get into that. But
there is a Lake Las Vegas, though. I just realized that.
There is a Lake Las Vegas. It's a smaller lake.
But it's not as big as Lake Mead.
Yeah, no, Lake Mead is huge.
I would say it's more like a pond, but
It's
people,
a huge
people are
pond.
going to say it's a lake. You know what I'm saying?
It's a swamp.
It identifies as a lake.
Nowadays, it might be a pond. But as far as I know, I think it's the... No, never mind. No, it's not.
So Lake Mead is it's actually a part of, or they get their water from Lake Powell, which is the second largest lake or reservoir in the country.
Right.
And I think the first largest, I believe is it the Colorado? No, that's
Colorado
the river.
Oh, God.
I thought Lake Mead was the biggest reservoir.
Well, no, Lake Mead is a man-made. I think Lake
Aren't-
Powell isn't man-made, is it?
I think all reservoirs are man-made.
So
is that right? Oh, okay.
I think so. I could be wrong.
I'm
Lake
from an
Mead?
island, dog.
You
Lake
got water
Mead.
everywhere. They natural.
Yeah, no, Lake Mead is the country's largest reservoir.
Yeah.
Oh,
As
Lake
far
Mead
as
is the country. Oh,
water levels.
Yeah.
really?
It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. As water levels plunge, actually.
By the way, before we get into the whole nitty-gritty of Lake Mead and its wonders,
Yay.
I just want to say the sweet, sweet sound of Randall's voice.
It's back.
It's back, baby.
How do you guys feel?
I mean,
Man.
does it make you feel warm and tingly on the inside like it does
Please
us?
keep it appropriate. dog. Keep it appropriate.
Yeah, man, he's married, okay?
Yeah.
You all know this.
Keep your eggs in the basket.
We
guys.
know.
Come on.
We read your guys' comments,
I
and
know.
messages, your DMs. So dirty.
Speaking of Easter eggs and baskets, there's no Easter eggs in this one. It's
No.
just,
I mean, unless they found an Easter egg in...
I'm pretty
in
sure
the
they
lake?
found something.
They
sure
found
they
some
do.
stuff. They found
I
something.
guess, I mean,
Yeah.
you consider
Never-
that
yeah.
a Easter egg, then yes, they did.
Never mind. We have found an Easter egg,
And
guys.
we say this lightly, but what we're about to talk to, some of the stuff we're going to talk about is kind of a little serious, but you have to understand the situation as well. But, so please don't take our laughing as we're insensitive fools.
Yeah. and Lake Mead right now is going through what they're saying is a mega drought.
Mega drought.
It's the worst drought that they've had in over 1,000 years in this country. And I don't know if they mean the U.S. or if they mean North America altogether. But I believe it's North America if they're going to put 1,000 years on it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
'Cause,
wow.
The
it's
U.S.
gotta
isn't
be,
that
it's gotta
old.
be North,
Yeah.
It's gotta be,
It's got to be North America, adding both Canada and Mexico, right?
or
Because America's only like 200 years old,
the
250.
United States. Yeah, like a little over that.
Yeah, United. I said America. Yeah, U.S. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's pretty sad.
yeah. So yeah.
Well, and like you were saying, we're going through a mega drought, and according to I don't know, as of, that's the word I'm looking for, as of May 30th, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lake Mead has only been able to hold 26% of its full capacity. That is it.
Dang.
26% of
My
its
gosh.
full capacity, which is apparently something about 9 million plus megaliters.
And that's only 26%.
That's only 20,
That's only
a little
yeah.
above 26%.
Jeez.
But that, I mean,
Where's all the water going? Is it just drying up and then going into the clouds and the clouds just moving it?
you know,
Is that what it is?
I would say it's, partially, the whole global warming, but global warming isn't real. So,
A
I'm
lo-
just kidding.
a
It is
local
real.
Vegas- a local Vegas meteorologist. I forget which weatherman he is. His name.
Uh-huh.
But they asked him how would they be able to, I guess, save Lake Mead from this drought?
How?
And he said they would need at least an abundant amount of snowfall hitting the Colorado Rockies,
Right.
that lasts for over a decade or decades of it. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
Jeez.
decades of it. I was just like, what if Superman was here? What, just bring like an iceberg.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
he's like,
So like so our water comes from the the Rockies,
yeah,
right? Wyoming, Utah, Rocky Mountains area, so that's where our water comes from. And Glen Canyon Dam, which is up north from us, obviously, right? Um, they're required to release about 8 million acre foot. I don't know if that's acre feet foot.
Well, just call it anchor foot.
Yeah,
You know?
8 million acre foot to Lake Mead, and then Lake Mead is required to release through Hoover Dam
Mm-hmm.
9 million acre foot of water to California, Arizona, Mexico, and Nevada to for agriculture and whatever water sources they need it for. Because I guess there's a contract, but so we have to release more water than we're taking in, and hopefully the rest of that extra like million comes from excess water from other parts, things that aren't coming from the dam. What did I say? Glen Canyon Dam.
Mm-hmm.
If so, hopefully from other streams and whatever come through. But because we're in a mega drought, we're not getting as much water, and they can't. And I think whatever the last time was, they couldn't provide the 8 million acre foot of water to Lake Mead. So now we're in a bigger deficit.
Oh, wow.
jeez.
Did you just say that Lake Mead has to supply water for 3 states?
Yeah,
Arizona, Nevada, and California. When California,
and in
is
another country.
like it's boarding a whole bunch of water.
Well, yeah, you know what? I was thinking the same thing. It's like you're right on the coast, right? But
you got more water than us.
I think it might be inland.
Salinization or whatever the process. It's something like salinization. The
taking out the
process
salt.
of taking salt from the water. It's costly. Apparently, it's like it's a hefty.
Oh yeah.
A hefty process, and I think we're providing water to the side that's obviously closer to us,
Mm-hmm.
right?
More inland.
Yeah,
too,
more inland
of California.
Although, I mean, that's how the contract is, and it's kind of crazy, yeah. And on top of that, we provide energy through Hoover Dam to all these states as well,
Yeah.
right?
True,
about
true.
1.3 million people receive hydroelectric power via the Hoover Dam.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah,
Wait,
I
wait,
mean,
wait. How much again?
1.3 million people across the 3 states: Nevada, Arizona, and California.
1.3 million people.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's a
people.
ton of people.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And I believe in California and some other spots in Arizona and of course Nevada, they're telling us to use less water, like when you have to use it for your lawn and all that other stuff. I'm just like, geez.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
like-
you can't do it on Friday, Sundays anymore. Like,
Yeah.
I mean that's been for a while now though. But
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's been for a while because I remember coming here from Sacramento. There was there's something called the water schedule, and I'm like, what
Yeah.
the heck is a
What's
water
a water
schedule?
schedule?
Like, what is that? My dad had to explain it to me. Like, well, son, like Sacramento, you can just like, do a car wash any day you want. You can just mow the
Water the grass.
water the grass any time of day or like anytime you want. Make a water park or whatever. Oh, build a pool or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like I think over here it's like certain days like Monday, Wednesday, Fridays or something like
Right,
that.
and I think it also depends what part of the
Like with the
city
region,
you're,
right?
Yeah, what part of the
Mhm.
city you live in, because you'll do like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and other people will do like Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So that I don't know. I guess to
But I mean, who really
balance it out.
follows that?
nobody. That's the
Who
problem.
really follows
but
it?
the fine is big if you don't
it's
follow
huge.
it. If the police come by
Yeah.
and they see you're watering grass when you're not supposed to, the fine is it's kind of hefty.
I thought it was like $1,800 or something like that. Something
It's
something like
yeah,
outlandishly, but under. You know what I
like
mean?
not worth watering your grass for.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Just get one of those. What are those things called? Where you put the water in and you
Oh, pill.
something like that.
something like
Like
that.
a garden hose. No.
I know what you're talking about, but I
Yeah.
can't think of
Just-
the name
just
either.
Pour some water in there and then go around and start watering
From
your
the inside the house. From inside the house.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, no, it is crazy. I remember going to Boulder. We were going to Lake Mead or to the Hoover Dam, right? And if you go to the Hoover Dam from Las Vegas, you have to go through Boulder City, right? Or you can go through Boulder City. I mean, I get you can come from Arizona if that's what you want to do, but you go through Boulder City, and there's a McDonald's there in Boulder City, and in that McDonald's are pictures of the Hoover Dam and Lake Mead when it was I think
Like
the
the 90s?
40s.
Oh,
No,
the
like the
40s?
40s or 50s, because it was still like black and white pictures.
Oh.
And the water where the Hoover
Super
Dam
high, right?
was like maybe 10 feet away from the top.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right? I was looking at a picture and it made me depressed.
Yeah. Like
I'm
I said, it's sad.
how much? And that was in 2000. That was in 2000, like 8 or 9. Okay,
Mhm.
so the water wasn't that bad. The water has dropped a lot in 2009, but compared to today, like in 2010, Lake Mead had 36% of its full capacity in 2010.
Oh my gosh.
So,
it dropped
2008,
10%,
and it
yeah.
dropped another 10% since then. So I guess it luckily hasn't dropped that fast, but it's still
And in feet,
crazy.
since I think 1983, Lake Mead has dropped 178 feet, and it continues to shrink
Yeah,
to this day.
yeah.
So that's how many years is that? That's oh my gosh, that's like it's 25? No, 45.
Yeah,
45 years.
that's crazy. Well, and if you're trying to figure out what that looks like, if you ever go to Lake Mead or just look up a picture of Lake Mead, the white band you see around the mountain or around the canyon, that's that top of that white band is where Lake Mead used to be.
Yep.
And where it is now is that the distance. So if you ever go to Lake Mead, or you want to look at a picture and say how much has it really dropped, and you look at that,
Just look at the mountain.
just look at that, and
Yeah.
and then imagine Lake Mead, how because Lake Mead is freaking kind of like giant. It's what is it? Like 24 miles in it from oh no wait, sorry. Oh man, I lost it.
Well, apparently the height of it between Lake Powell and Lake Mead, it had 50 million acres feet of water in storage, and then the height of it was 1220 feet above sea level.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So it was pretty high up there.
It was crazy. So it was 112 miles long. That's how long Lake Mead is. It's 112 miles. That kind of blows your mind.
That's
I didn't
that's
think Lake
huge.
Mead was that big,
Yeah,
because
Wow.
we've
that's at
gone
least
to
an
Lake
hour
Mead.
trip in a
Yeah,
car.
we've gone to Lake Mead, and I guess we've only been to the part where it's the not reservation. It's the national park part
Right.
of it. But Lake Mead is so much longer than that. I was like, dang, I didn't know that's
Yeah.
how giant Lake Mead really was. But
And I mistake it a lot for the Colorado River sometimes.
well, I mean, the Colorado River runs through it.
Right.
Right, and it continues on the other side of the Hoover Dam. Like if you look down the Hoover Dam on the whatever side, south side, that's the rest of Colorado River, right? Just keep going all the
okay.
way through.
Dude. Yeah, when looking at those pictures of how high the water line used to be,
Yeah.
to now you can like literally see it. Like it's like a tan, you know. The rocks are super tan up top, and then
It does look like
the water
that.
was just like the
Yes.
shirt over
Yeah.
your arm.
The
band.
shorts, like, oh,
yeah, or like sunglasses over your face after
Yeah, and you take
sunbathing.
them off, you got the little
Yeah.
exactly what it is.
it's like Mead, you
Yeah.
put your shorts back up, you know?
It's yeah.
Sir, we can see your crack. Yeah, that's what it is.
It's super. I mean, there's a part of me like I'm trying to understand what's gonna happen to Las Vegas if Lake Mead just dries up.
Well, that's the other scary part. And
Will
another
we be?
depressing
Will
part.
Las Vegas be able to survive? Or will it become a ghost town? Can you imagine Las Vegas being a ghost town?
I mean,
I can't imagine that happening in our lifetime,
Oh no, definitely, probably
Yeah.
not.
but maybe in our children's lifetime.
Yeah, if they don't figure out a way to
be
fix that.
them. No, I'm just you gotta move to LA. No.
I mean, there's a lot of people that I know that are moving away because of the water shortage.
Right.
And because I'm always
Really?
asking, like,
That's
yeah,
interesting.
it's like, where are you moving to? Orlando, Florida.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people moving to Florida that I'm seeing, and Texas, of course.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Texas, I know. Like Texas.
But we got a lot of people from Texas.
Well, and that you say that, and I'm wondering. I'm like thinking to myself. I don't think. I think more people are moving to Vegas than there are people leaving Vegas, right?
Yep.
Because the city as a whole has exploded in the last 10 years or so.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Yep. The
Ex-
tip
and
game
I-
is up there.
And I don't know, like once, and I don't know how many people know this, but Vegas is in a valley,
Yeah.
right? Which means that we are surrounded by mountains, right?
Awesome mountains.
Yeah. Oh
Dust
man,
Bowl.
we have some beautiful views here, man.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
it's one of the few places where you can get a beautiful city view and nature view all at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Right? I mean, and you're so close to the. It's hot as beep out here.
Yeah.
That was me censoring myself.
Yes.
Not post edited by the way.
Yeah.
But it's so hot out here. So and we have Mount Charleston that's only like 30 minutes away.
Yeah.
And you can go there, and then it's like
It's a lot cooler.
30 degrees cooler out there. Oh, it's so nice. But yeah, no, we have some beautiful views out here. But like, so we're in a valley, and with this explosion of the city, like population wise, I kind of like look around, and I can see the houses getting closer and closer to the mountain edges, and I'm just like,
Yes.
bro, what's gonna happen when we hit the edges and there's nowhere else to go? Like what?
Pahrump.
I guess so.
Building towards Pahrump or Mesquite, going up north.
Right? Oh,
Mesquite,
finally, Mesquite and Pahrump will be like, we're finally connected to the
Yeah.
rest of the city. Yo, it takes forever to get to like Mesquite.
Yeah, it does. 'Cause
That's
there's
a
mo-
day trip.
There's like what the in between it is like what Moapa the Indian reservation place.
Right,
or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
That's in between. So yeah, that's not gonna.
Man, I haven't been in Mesquite in a long time.
I don't ever go to Mesquite. Like,
Why?
I
Why don't you go there, Leo?
there's
Is there
I don't
something
know
about
what
Mesquite we don't
I just
know
don't
about?
know what there is to do in
Gosh.
Mesquite. I only go through Mesquite because I'm trying to get to Utah.
No, that's
That
true.
makes sense. Yeah.
Right?
Gas up a
and
little
that's
bit
the only
there.
way. Yeah, it's like, oh, Mesquite. That
Yeah.
was nice.
Yeah, the things that you could do in Mesquite, you could do here in Vegas. Like, I believe there's a couple casinos. Out
Yeah, there
right?
is.
Yeah,
But I
mean, we can do
mean,
that here.
I don't like to give my money away for free. So
right.
There's some people that live in Mesquite that work over here and they just go back.
Uh-huh.
I met
Yeah.
like I think I could count on one hand that many people that I know that do that.
my wife works for Bank of Nevada,
Yeah.
and there's a Bank of Nevada out in Mesquite, and sometimes she has to drive all the way in Mesquite for whatever for something, and she'll drive all the way out there, and she's like, oh, today I have to go to Mesquite, so I'll be home late today.
I'll see you tomorrow.
see you
Like,
tomorrow.
why
What
in
time?
the world are you going to Mesquite? It's like, I just got they need something, and I'm like, oh, okay,
like,
well,
I'll FaceTime
have
you.
fun.
Have a great time.
Hey, at least she's getting paid to just take a little
Yeah.
No, drive.
road trip.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I love road trips though, so
I do too.
I'm surprised that you didn't go just with her, just so you can have like snacks and
Right?
I
listen
would
to our podcast.
and that would be the only right. I know. Share it with some people out in Mesquite. It's like, hey, you got
Exactly.
nothing better to do. I love you, people of Mesquite. I'm just joking.
Let me introduce you, Nerdy Volume Podcast.
Yeah.
And
Don't
this-
listen
this-
to episode 66 because we talk trash about you guys for a little bit.
Like you have like
Wow.
we make shirts of like the QR code. Just say, here, just go ahead and take a
just
picture.
scan. That's great.
Put it in
It's
the
a
back of our
great
phones.
idea.
That
Pretty
is.
cool.
I was just thinking that's like, you know what? That's a good idea. We should.
I can't do it on the back of my phone. I have 5 anime characters that
Oh,
represent laziness.
Never mind. Mm-mm.
You know,
Oh,
one
that's
of
an
them-
awesome. That's actually a really
That's
great.
me right there in the bottom left.
Oh, Shikamaru.
Well, maybe
Shikamaru.
for Halloween.
Nice.
Oh, that'd be tight. Oh, dude, you got the hair too.
Yeah.
I'm going for it. Going for
Nice.
it.
Sounds good, dude. I'm gonna go as Choji then.
Oh,
Adult
nah,
Choji.
dang.
Wait. So that means I have to go as what's her name? Ino?
Eno? You don't have to go as Eno.
But
I mean,
we're
You can
all
go
part of the
ES
same
sometimes.
crew.
That's true. That's true.
Like what? Who else would I be? Like I'd be like,
be
oh my
Kiba?
bad.
Could be the bug guy.
Oh,
wait.
Shino.
What if I'm?
Shino.
What if I'm? Wait, is that his name?
You want to be Sasuke?
No. I want to.
You have the
the
effort
teacher. The
already.
teacher for
Asuma?
for that for that girl.
Oh, yeah, you could
that's
totally
sad.
I
be
could be
Asuma.
him. I got the beard.
Yeah, dude.
Jeez.
Wait, he had a
I mean, I
beard?
die
My
at
mentor.
the end. But I die. but-
Spoilers.
My mentor.
If you don't know that, yeah, I know. You're gonna cry a little.
Man, I already did.
Oh,
But
man.
okay, let's get back. Let's bring it back to Lake Mead.
Yeah, because
Ooh.
Asuma's only been to Lake Mead once. We all know
That's
this.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
only one
once.
time.
Only one time.
One time. So I just read somewhere that the Southern Nevada Water Authority built an underground tunnel to prepare for this scenario where it's like it's all depleted. So they built this tunnel, like this huge tunnel underneath Lake Mead, so they can get like the very last drop of it.
I could see that.
How is that? That's so sad.
Nope.
Oh my
Because
gosh.
honestly, Vegas, I don't understand how Vegas would survive once Lake Mead disappears. Vegas exists because of Lake Mead.
But Lake Mead was made after Vegas was created, right?
I think they were.
Well, I mean,
built
yes.
simultaneously.
No, it was
No?
because it was a small town, but it didn't become what it was because it became what it was because of Lake Mead.
Because it stayed there, yeah.
Because you had now water. Where there is water, there is life.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
And Lake Mead definitely is a lifeline. I don't know if there's ever going to be enough water to fill it up, especially if it keeps shrinking.
yeah. If the Rockies, and the northern areas can't get enough snow to for the winters, so that when it's melted can come back down. I agree. I mean, I don't know what's
Yep. No more sinning in this city.
no.
That's for sure. Everybody would be like,
We're paying for it
holding
already.
hands.
The water.
Yeah, paying for it. No water, yeah.
No, it's funny because a couple weeks ago, we were just driving. It was me and my wife, and we went to Chicken Shack. And there's these, I think there are apartments or condos being built on Mountain View Street or Drive. And I'm like, that has never been there ever since, like, because I used to live near that area back in 2014, I want to say, and they're just now building these condos or apartments, and I'm like, we looked at each other like, yep, that's where all Lake Mead's water gonna go to now.
Yeah.
Right.
There's so many apartment buildings that are actually being built right now.
Yeah.
That I think I was driving, was it on DI? No, okay, so I believe I was on
DI means desert.
Richard.
Inn.
I was on
Close.
Richard.
The same thing.
I was on Richard Street, which is a cutoff to where Buffalo is. If you're coming from the 215, it kind of cuts off right there on Richard. I drove that street. It was like pretty long, and then I realized that there was 2 new apartment areas being
Bill.
built. Yeah,
Mhm.
and I'm just like, why?
Which is funny, right? Like
And they're high rising.
from a economic standpoint, that's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
For the city, it's
For
a
the
good
city,
thing.
Yeah.
From a agricultural standpoint, that's a bad thing.
Oh yeah.
We just don't. Obviously, Lake Mead just cannot support
Mhm.
the population levels that Las Vegas has, on top of its requirement to provide water to California, and the places where it's going to California, who knows how much the population growth is in those areas, right? And in Arizona and
Right.
in Utah,
And then Vegas with the whole gaming and tourism
right? I mean,
And sinning. Yeah.
and
Yeah,
singing. Yeah.
Yeah.
and on top
Yes.
of that, all the freaking golf courses here that use up all that.
Oh
water.
my gosh.
they
I
don't need
know.
water.
They don't need real grass for that.
Use dirt, people.
I know, geez.
Gosh, you can
You
have
get-
more park
Get
than grass,
good,
guys.
y'all.
Get it in a tumbleweed. Who cares?
I was like, why do you even play it here? You know what I'm saying? Play it where it's lush. You know what I'm saying?
Who wants to play in 112-degree weather anyways in the summertime?
Perhaps Tiger Woods.
You know what?
At 3 a.m.
If you're, I mean, if you're a pro,
Yeah.
if you're dedicated,
Mhm.
the weather doesn't matter.
Yeah,
It matters not, especially if you're making millions of dollars trying to get a little ball into a hole.
a heat
You know
stroke
what I'm
wouldn't
saying?
matter.
Oh,
Yeah.
not at all.
No.
No, they got those cool visors. That's why I bought this hat right here. You guys can't see it. It's like a rice hat, and it's for the summer.
Hey, I got one of those.
I thought of more of like a harvesting hat, like
Yeah.
the ones that the people in like California use when they're like picking strawberries off the in the fields.
Yeah, that's definitely
Yes.
Okay, maybe not so much
Exactly.
a rice hat because
The,
a rice
the ones
hat.
that what my people wear
Yeah.
out there.
Now that I think about it,
It's a beautiful thing.
mine look like Raiden from Mortal Kombat.
Like a rating
little
that harvests.
We'll take a picture and we'll
Every
show you everybody, and then you
yeah.
can debate what kind of hat it really looks like.
Yeah, remember that rice hat that I had like a long time ago? where
Yep.
yeah,
That's the one I
that's
said that you look like the Rock in for some reason.
The little
The
pointy.
Rock.
Yeah, because he was fixing his watch and stuff. He had the whole rice. I was just like, yo,
The
hey
rice
man,
hat
this
was
is the Rock.
hanging back there though.
You had it on. Yeah.
It's like Raiden. Meet Rock, the Raiden.
So now, okay. So here, Lake Mead got built. By the way, that there were little towns where the lake was being built, and they had to like evacuate those little towns.
Yeah,
The
I've heard of that.
Right.
Yeah.
So so I don't know how many people know this. You should all know this because probably not. Who knows? But not Lake Mead. Las Vegas was in the 30s, 40s. Was a big was a big mafia town.
Oh
right?
yeah, if you live here,
If you live here, you know
you
that.
should know this.
There's
already.
a mob museum, guys.
Yeah, we have the
downtown.
mob
Yeah.
museum. If you ever come to Las Vegas, definitely go check it out. I haven't gone to see it yet. I really
haven't
want
either.
to though.
I heard there's food. Maybe
Yeah.
that's why I'll go.
Back when I had a day job.
I wanted to know the history.
Back when I had a day job, I used to clean houses for widowed mafia wives,
Oh, damn.
Nice.
and they were so cool.
Yeah.
They
Were
tipped
they?
great too. Tip
Damn.
City, baby.
Tip City.
Yeah, no, so yeah, we had a huge. I mean, the mob controlled everything in Vegas, right? I mean, the casinos were the whole. If you ever watch, I mean, if you've watched Ocean's 11
Yes.
and any other like movie where people try to like scam the casinos and they tell you, oh, they'll break your legs and all this stuff, it's because it really
They
was
did those
happening.
things, yeah.
That stuff was happening because
It literally
these
happened.
these
Yeah.
casinos were owned and run by the mafia, and if you stole their money, they will break your legs and they will do other things to you.
You guys know the term "swimming with the fishes"?
Mhm.
Yeah,
That was them.
that was them,
Swimming in Lake Mead.
right? Yep.
Yep.
Which brings us to the reason. That kind of brings us to the reason why we wanted to talk about Lake Mead.
Ah.
Yes.
Sorry, just-
Because so in the last couple months, because of the water dropping so dramatically, they have found at least so far as I can remember, 2 bodies in the last couple months.
They're not just bodies. They were in barrels.
Yeah, they were in barrels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people were like, "What? There's people in barrels?" And everybody like,
Why so surprised?
I was like, why are you
I was like,
surprised?
I would have never been. I was just like, of course there is. I was
Like,
like,
oh,
I
yeah.
would never be.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's about
the
a matter of time,
mafia's
you know?
the mafia's freaking skeletons are literally coming out of the water.
Exactly.
Sin City.
It is crazy. It is like it's kind of because it's kind of a running joke here in Vegas when people say like, oh, there's bodies in Vegas in Lake Mead, but all legends have truth to
Yeah.
them, right?
Like a little
And
bit,
that
like a
is
kernel.
definitely one of them. And I remember watching an episode of CSI,
Mhm.
and one of the main characters, I can't remember if it was like her grandfather or father or somebody who's like Godfather or something, was part of the mafia. And there's an episode where it like clips back to him being younger, and he like pushes some kind of car into Lake Mead with a dead body in it, right? And like that was, I mean, it's a known fact that there are bodies in Lake Mead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're starting to show up. And I bet you, I mean, I guess for some of these mafia members, they're dead now. So they're like, well you're not going to arrest me.
You're just done swimming with the fishes.
yeah,
That's
no,
all.
they're tired, man. Their fingers are so pruned up
yeah.
and whatnot.
It's
They
what it
got
is.
bored, like.
It's crazy. It's kind of like crazy how that's all happening.
Yeah, I was not surprised when I first heard the news. Like,
Mm-hmm.
my parents was like, "Oh, did you hear? There's a body that came out of Lake Mead," and I was like, "Okay,
That's cool.
that's cool." Yeah, I was just like, "What else? Like boats too?"
Hey.
They're like, "Yeah."
Yeah, they're right. That was the last thing I remember seeing was a boat that was like
Getting washed up in there?
Well, no, it's sitting up vertically,
Oh, no way.
and the water is coming down, and it's just sitting like this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yikes.
oh, that's interesting. How the heck did that land that way?
And it's a crazy visual, and what's even weirder about the body, or for me anyways, was how well some of the teeth were in the pictures. You guys see the teeth
No, I haven't.
of the remains?
The only pictures I was able to see, they were all blurred out though. I only saw like the barrels, but like the bones on the inside were all blurred out. So I was like, oh well, I mean, I get it. Trying to keep it
Didn't they like take off their fingernails and their toenails and stuff?
probably.
I don't know. Something
Highly possible.
Well, you know
as
what?
part of like torture, whatever.
I mean, yes. Oh, yeah, definitely
don't
for
know.
that. I was gonna say I don't know if like fingernails and toenails, like or not fingernails, but fingernails. Yeah, no, definitely,
They'll
probably,
just take it out.
probably. Yeah, no, but that's crazy. How many? And after hearing about that, I was wondering to myself, like, how many bodies are really in Lake Mead?
I don't know.
My guess
Las Vegas is a very old town.
is at least 50. My guess is at least 50 bodies, minimum.
I think about maybe 100.
Whoa!
You see that teeth?
Yeah, those. That's
I just
crazy.
Googled it, y'all. I just Googled the teeth. Or not teeth. I just put Lake Mead 2022, and then you just kind of lead
Oh.
over to. You can see how the teeth is, and apparently from the reports on the news, that's 40 years old.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 40-year-old body.
So that was
Oh goodness.
1960. 80?
Yeah, we in 2020, doc.
Wait, you said 40-year-old?
I'm
Oh,
34.
I,
Oh,
yeah,
you're
I
right,
took
you're
it.
right, you're right.
I took it as like a 40-year-old body, like
Or
the
the
dude
body
was 40 years old. You know.
You know, you could be right because maybe I'm tripping because those teeth doesn't look like it was 40 years ago.
Yeah.
But then again, I've never seen a corpse after 40 years either.
Right.
So
And that's where we can take a trip to the Bodies Museum.
we
Which
learned
we-
so much.
I've been there. That was dope. I like the body museum.
Then you should take us. And then if you guys are listening right now, go ahead into our DMs and let us know if you guys want to have us talk about it after going, because me and Randolph here have not been there, right?
Oh, really?
Have
Oh
you
no,
been there?
I have.
Oh, I have
I've
not been here.
I've been there
Oh, we'll
twice because
So,
of
let's
biology
go.
class and
Oh, really? I went with my dad.
Oh.
PE class. you
When,
know.
wait, how old are you guys then?
I was in college already.
Same. This
Oh,
was
so
like back in 2000.
it's been a decade or so then.
Nah.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Then we can go again. You guys haven't seen it since then. So.
Oh yeah. So
All right. Okay.
the only thing I remember there was I'll save it for next time we talk about it.
Yeah. So if you guys want, I have never been there. It's not that I didn't want to go there. I just didn't go there. So if we do decide to go, let us know if you want to hear us talk about it.
The Bodies
It'll be you
Museum.
guys that makes me go. So make me go.
Or the
Alright.
Mob Museum. We
Hey,
can talk
make
about
him
it.
go.
I've been to that.
Make
yeah,
him
but it's been
go.
a decade.
I would pay for his ticket.
Has
and
it
we'd
really
all go.
been? Has it really been a decade since the Mob Museum has been up?
Really?
Let me see.
Man, I feel like it
my
hasn't been that
family.
I thought it was recent.
No. Well, 2014 would probably maybe.
That's still recent to me.
Is it
I
okay?
was, no,
then-
I was thinking like 2017, 18. That's when I thought it would came up.
The
but,
Mob Museum.
Right.
No, because
Anything before that, I was like, wow, that's a lot older than I expected.
I believe my brother was only like 19 at the time,
Such a young.
But he's like 21.
and that
now,
was
right?
he's 28
Oh,
now.
I'm sorry. 28.
Yeah, so
Still
Mob
amazing,
Museum.
all of us.
I don't even remember when it
when it opened.
opened.
We also
was
have
that
the
time
the what's it called, the Haunted Museum. I refuse to go there. Annabelle is there, and I choose I will not go there.
Dude, I heard Annabelle's a really cool person, like in real life.
Wait, what
Like-
is it? What is it called again?
like an actor?
Isn't it the Haunted Museum?
The Haunted Museum. Guys, shoot us a DM if you guys want us to go
Nah.
to the.
If you want Leo to
If
go,
you want
there.
Leo, just Leo,
No,
Just Leo.
just Leo to go and have him film his
Well,
whole
I haven't been-
experience.
No, because you got to ask Annabelle for permission
Yep.
to take a picture with her.
So Mob Museum.
And if she doesn't give you permission, you can't take it. I don't know how she tells you yes or no. And I ain't trying to joke around about her, man. It's just not my thing.
It's like, Annabelle, if you're listening to this podcast, don't hurt me.
She also doesn't have much to do in that case.
All right, I have the information. The Mob Museum opened February 14th, 2012.
What? Wow, that's crazy.
Dang,
Yeah.
so,
So,
10 years.
yeah.
That is a long time because
Yeah,
it's
it
10
is.
years.
Because
Yeah,
my
that's
brother
a long
moved
time.
here when he was 18, which is in 2012. So
Wow.
that's why I'll just say he was there when he was 19. So I was like,
That's
it's
crazy.
been a minute. Yeah. So it's been I haven't been there for a whole decade.
Does it have food? Does it? It does
What
have
is
food, right?
with you in food?
I'm hungry. I don't know
I don't
why.
know.
You know what, that
35?
makes sense.
I think it's 35 bucks. It was 35 bucks when we went. Might be a little bit more now.
Probably inflation and
It's
all
like-
that.
yeah.
Oh, that's for sure $60 right there.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
10 years.
I wonder if there's like a medical for people in the medical field, huh? Like a discount for people in the medical field.
I feel he's
For the
talking
Mob
to me right
Museum?
now.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Why not?
I can see it for the body museum. But the body
I mean,
museum,
you know, dude. Hey, it's Lake Mead. Right?
it's like
Lake Mead. All right. Lake Mead has a lot to do with the mob because we think
that's where they buried all their
that's where
bodies.
they buried their bodies.
They
Which
went
is crazy.
all the way
bodies
out
in.
there.
And once again, we're not trying to be insensitive about the situation. It's just kind of
Yeah.
crazy, like just the whole idea. And yes, we definitely believe there are more bodies to be found in
Yeah.
that lake. And I saw an article of a guy who, and maybe it's just me. You guys can tell me, or not. In that article of the bodies, somebody put, "I've been drinking that water." Right? I guess he lives here in Vegas, obviously. But he's like, I've been drinking that water. And I'm just thinking to myself, it's like, bro, Fishes die in that water. What in the world is the difference between a dead body, a dead human body, and a dead fish body, like decaying in Lake Mead?
Apparently, to him, is the teeth.
Yeah.
I mean, apparently. Oh, and by the way, the fishes in Lake Mead are ginormous.
Whoa. They're both sleeping with the fishes. Oh, wait, no. I'm sorry. They're swimming. My bad.
I mean, I guess so. Well, very little swimming, but that was that was just my thing. I was just like, that's what you focus on is you like every water you drink, animals die in there and defecate in there. The water gets filtered
Yeah.
to some extent. Not, I
Right.
mean,
There's
I was just gonna say that.
there's a rumor, or at least it's kind of it's a nasty rumor. Like, not in a perverse way, but more in
A Sin City nasty
Gross
kind of way.
a gross way, a scientific way. They say that all water goes through the body and then it comes back in again through the mouth again. So they're saying if you drink water, you're gonna pee it out, goes into the the sewer system, whatever, and there's some kind of filtration, goes back into the earth, and the earth produces the water again for you to drink later on in the next decade.
So you're telling me I'm drinking your water right now?
Yeah. You could say you're drinking your own water.
That's actually true.
I mean, you don't have to say it like
well,
that.
I mean,
Oh,
obviously that makes sense.
Gross.
It's just gross,
It is kind of gross.
That's what it
But
is.
but I mean, the best kind of water to drink is water that's filtering through rocks, right? If you ever like stuck in a desert, like in the mountains, and you find water like trickling through the rocks, that's great water to drink because that filters out like the majority of bacterias and
The
any harmful,
impurities.
the impurities, and you can drink that water.
Yeah, just
straight up.
imagine there's like a deer up there just taking a leak. You're
That
like ah.
Joe, no joke. My brother,
Dang.
when he went, he was hiking. He went camping with his wife / fiance, whatever you want, fiance, right? And they were at a small little pond, and there was like beautiful water. He was telling me, he's like, there's a beautiful waterfall and all this stuff, and he dips his head in the water and everything, and he comes back up, and he looks over his shoulder, and from underneath the waterfall, a baby deer dead, floating next to them. They freak the heck out. They run out of that water so fast. He's like, I just dipped my head in that water. And
He's like, huh?
yeah, no, they were grossed out. But it's like, dang, that ruined such a beautiful scenery with seeing that little poor dead deer.
Oh man, that's where you survival of the fittest, baby.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
He's like, what monster is out there?
What else is
What
there?
else is there? So besides human remains, found in Lake Mead that is like coming up on shore now. What else is being found besides that vertical boat that you talked about?
As far as
Dead fish.
houses, well, the houses. That's true. Dead fish.
Dead
But
fish.
dead fish were showing up all the time.
Right, but like specifically on dry areas where they couldn't make it to the water receding. Because I saw some photos of like
That was a
the earth
different
cracked.
circumstance, though.
Like the earth is cracked with where it used to be, where it used to have water, and there's like a dead fish right there. I'm just like,
That's super weird. How did they not? It's not like the water is receding like
I know, right?
super fast. How did it not
No to
faster?
move. I
I
don't
was
know.
sleeping. I told you guys.
It
Or maybe
must have been.
maybe it was stuck.
It must
Or
have
maybe
been.
he's slower. Maybe like it's a
Wow.
maybe there's a trample issue in the fish community that we don't know. Like during Black Friday shopping.
maybe it was like the
Wow.
mafia fish.
Maybe
And
it was
instead
a
of putting
mafia
them in
fish.
the water, they take them out of
Right.
the water.
You be walking with the humans. You know what I'm saying?
Quick distraction. Make a distraction. Walking with the humans.
Walking with the humans.
There you go.
They're like, no.
Forget the barrel. He don't need the
Can you just
barrel.
imagine?
Which is
all the
worse
smack?
because they do it alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just like let them suffocate out there.
Right.
Or-
Wow.
Oh man, but yeah. So that's why I saw a fish hanging
crazy.
outside, and I'm just like, how did that happen? Or maybe it's for aesthetics. They're just like, let's just throw this dead fish that we found, or let's catch a fish and just throw it in
That's
there.
messed up.
That would be messed up.
Don't do that.
Needed some
But like I
vitamin
said,
D.
you never know. Okay, some people for a story, they want to do some extra stuff.
Right? I mean, and also the houses, some of the homes that were abandoned before Lake Mead was created, right, or flooded, however you want to see it, that lived in those little valleys. I mean, those homes are now starting to appear, right? Which is
What?
yeah, because people live. Wow, I just spat everywhere.
Nice.
People lived
It's the passion.
in Lake Mead before it became a lake, right?
I mean, that makes sense. Yeah.
And so when President Hoover and all them, like, they're like, oh, we're gonna make a lake here, they said, you guys gotta go. You guys
Peace
gotta
out,
leave.
yo.
Yeah,
you guys
it's like,
can't be here.
You cannot be here because this is going to be a lake now.
So would Lake Mead be considered a haunted lake?
No, because I mean, yeah, probably because
Just imagine if you're just scuba diving, like we're allowed
Bro,
to scuba
don't.
dive,
No.
and just we go away.
no,
I don't think it's haunted.
terrifying.
Yeah,
I don't
You
think
don't know
it's
how
haunted.
much I'm terrified of like bodies of water because I always feel like something's trying to like grab my legs and stuff.
and bodies
And
in
now
water.
I had full reason to believe that.
He's talking about bodies of
Yo.
water, but he's talking about bodies in
Have-
water.
Exactly.
Okay, then I don't know if you'd ever want to swim in the lakes in Alaska. There's lakes in Alaska that have algae that goes all the way almost up to the top, and it's
Oh,
deep.
what?
The
No.
water's deep, and so it feels, and so it like wraps
No.
around your leg.
No.
And I'm just like, yo, this is weird. Yeah, like Big Lake.
I
think
can't
it's
do
called.
that.
dude. But there's nothing there. But
You don't
it
know that.
feels weird. I've been in there
Yeah, maybe they just didn't
for
want.
long amount of time.
Maybe
And
they just didn't want you.
maybe. But I was young at the time and I was dashing. Okay, so you never know. But when I was in there, I was like, yo, before we get into this lake, are there any alligators? that was all I worried about. I was like,
don't-
are there any alligators? Because I had just gotten a story of how they
Are you
killed
talking about
their
in
prey.
Alaska?
This is in Alaska. This was in summertime, and I've only lived there maybe for like 4 years.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? I know nothing about ecosystems.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
them.
yeah.
So anyway, like my mom was telling me at the time, like, you know, alligators, they grab you and they pull you all the way down, and they keep you there until
They do.
until you die. And I'm like, oh, that sucks. You know what I mean? I'm like, and they're normally in what? And I think the movie Lake Placid had just come out.
Oh yeah.
And then so
yeah.
we went to the lake. I went to the lake with my church, and before we went in, I asked one of the leaders. I was like, "Hey, are there alligators here?" And she's like, "No, but there's a lot of algae, so it makes it feel like someone's grabbing on you." I was like, "Oh, that's fine." I was like, "That's fine," because I'll just pull it up, and I did that a lot, and then it sucked because then all of a sudden now it's on the top. You know what I mean?
That's how you know he's an island boy. Because the things in water don't bother him at all.
Oh man, did you see in California they have the algae or the kelp? Is it kelp that just chill on the top? I would just say, yo,
can't do that,
They
bro.
used to freak me out because the water would be cleaner in the front and you could see it, but then when you go out, you don't see it, but you feel it, and it's the ocean. It's a little different, you know.
Nah, man, nah, it's
Yeah.
not my thing. I'm like, you're giving me like I'm having like a micro panic attack right now, just thinking about being in those water. Like, oh no, I can't do it. I can't.
No,
So-
Freaks me out.
nothing scarier than a human grabbing you underwater.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
nothing scarier than that.
You want to bet? A shark.
I mean, I swim around them before.
What?
Without
I guess a
knowing.
human would be.
I was just like,
You're the island boy. You don't
yeah.
count.
I was like, I swim around them. I mean, I didn't know it was a shark until I looked down. I was like, oh, there's a shark right there. Let's get out.
Oh, look, there's a shark. Okay, let's go.
I mean, yeah.
I thought I saw a shark and I ran away,
But it was
and
a
then I
baby
find
one.
out it was just dolphins, and I was screaming shark
Hey,
at the
yo,
top of my
wow.
lungs.
Dolphins are I believe are more dangerous, man. They're like arrogant jocks. I think that they're the best in high school. Kind of. They're like
They do
humans
the,
love me.
They always do the like, "What's up, bro?" Right?
Yeah, yeah. Yo, man. Yo,
It was like, what's
they
up?
do some.
What you want?
Dolphins are bad. They've. I think they've killed people.
Don't tell me that.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, they have.
I don't believe you.
And they have
What?
also.
They look so docile.
They've also
They
know.
protect you.
people.
Dolphins are.
No, you're thinking of whales, bro.
No, dolphins.
Really?
Dolphins are
Ah.
jerks, especially the sharks too.
Freaking water mammals.
Oh, and
Whales play
and
with
did you know?
though.
And did you know that dolphins they pass pufferfish around to each other because they get high off of the.
No way. Puff
Yeah.
puff
Tell that
pass.
guy hi.
Yeah,
They
they
got-
get high. Yeah. And yeah, dude, like y'all love dolphins and stuff, but man, if they were in lakes, boo. No, I'm just kidding.
Dang.
Luckily, they're not any in there.
But some of them are great, so I'm not gonna lie. Not
There's
gonna
no
lie.
dolphins in Lake Mead, huh?
No, I hope not.
we just got some weird mutated fish.
Yeah,
in
they're
there.
like dolphin. Yeah, I saw a catfish, a large one, that my
Are
friend
they all
caught last year.
catfish? What kind
No,
of fish are they?
They have trout. There's trout there too.
But the ones that are right at the docks. You
Oh.
know when you go and you walk
I think
around
they're
the dock?
tilapia.
Yeah, I think they're tilapia too.
What?
Yeah.
That's what a
Yeah.
tilapia looks like?
Yeah.
I thought tilapia weren't tilapia seawater creatures? Well, fishes?
Tilapias are both.
Oh, I didn't know
They
that.
they have both a freshwater and a saltwater, I believe, species.
Huh. I always thought they were some kind of like
In
weird
Brazil, was it Brazil or South America? There was a study that tilapia skin could help burn victims.
catfish. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
That is very true.
and that's a delicious tilapia, not the ones that are here.
No, you don't want to eat the fishes here, man.
Yeah, my friend offered me to go fishing with him at Lake Mead, and I was just like, "Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, I want to fish." And I was like, "Do you eat them or do you catch and release?" He's like, "We catch and release." I was like, "Oh, okay,
That makes
okay.
sense.
All right, okay."
So,
I don't want
my
to.
brother used to like when we were younger, we would go to Lake Mead. My brother would always try to grab the fishes off the right off the dock.
Uh huh.
Those fishes are huge. They
Oh,
were like
yeah.
his body size, and he was like 4 feet, 4.5 feet or something. And he'd like pick up these fish, and they were almost as tall as he was.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'd like throw them back in. But it's just fun for him to just like try to catch them because they would go crazy. If you get close, they think you're gonna feed them, so they all start like just coming at you like a freaking frenzy
Yeah.
of mouths
Mm-hmm.
and lumps.
There's a video of this kid feeding koi fish, and there was so much koi fish that he
Oh, yeah.
hopped out of the water.
It came out. Yeah, I was like, yo, you better get away from that.
And the kid is like, "Oh no, go back inside, go back."
Don't die.
Yeah, it looks like I don't think it's tilapia, guys. I think it's the bluegill sunfish.
Is that what that is?
Bluegill sunfish, because they do have the
I don't know much.
channel catfish and the rainbow trout.
I know what a rainbow trout looks like, but I don't. But I'm like
Yeah.
those fish definitely don't look like rainbow trout, but they're huge.
Yeah, there's the also the striped. Was it the bass? The striped bass.
Oh, okay,
They got the smallmouth bass, largemouth bass, the
all of that in Lake Mead.
green
Wow.
sunfish, threadfin, shad, and a black crappie.
What a name!
That's what it is.
A black
A
crappie.
black crappie.
Apparently, you don't eat that fish at all. He was like, this tastes a little crappy. That's where it got its name.
And it's actually like the most tastiest fish
Right?
there.
Right, it had
We
to have
just
been, right?
named it this so nobody eats
or
it.
that's what it was. Like it was so delicious they didn't want to share with them.
Yeah,
Like,
we don't wanna
oh,
share.
what is it? It's a black
It's the-
crappie. It's really
very
bad.
bad.
It's so
Ugh.
bad.
Not
Like,
so great. Don't eat it.
By the way, I don't like fish personally.
I love
I,
fish.
I always
love
make the
fish.
joke, I'm pro-life for fish. I think all fish deserve to live. So, but yeah, I just don't like the taste of fish. And
We can never see you going pescatarian. I see it.
oh heck no, unless it's like the only choice I have, then I'll eat fish. But
This is last resort.
yeah, it's definitely a last resort. I'd rather eat vegetables before fish, and that's saying something.
Yes, indeed.
Eat your veggies, guys.
Yeah, don't be like me. I'm not a good influence.
I don't eat my veggies either, unless there is veggies. Then I'll eat them. But otherwise, no.
Well, I mean, anything else that like
What do you? I'm still interested in what they're finding in there, because I think the authorities asked aren't they paying scuba divers to look for more body remains in there?
What? There's scavengers out there making money.
Yeah.
You like
Why am I
scuba
not?
diving?
I love scuba diving. I mean, I don't know if I want to scuba dive in there
Nah.
because last time I went there, like my buddy threw up in there
And it's
in
probably
front of
still
me,
there.
and I dipped out of that. I was like, yeah, nope. I remember before he did that, my friend lost his glasses
in the lake.
in the lake, and
Maybe
I found
they'll
it.
find it one day.
Maybe
No, I
you'll
found
find
it.
it.
I found
Oh,
it.
Oh,
then never
damn,
I found
you
it.
went all the way
Yeah,
out there.
I used my feet. Yeah.
With the algae, yeah.
No, this is Lake Mead.
Okay.
And
Dang, I was trying to get him.
and then yeah, so I grabbed my feet, and then
He's just
they're like, "Yo, how'd you find that?" I was just like, "My feet."
My feet.
I use my big toe.
as I grabbed it, so I lifted up with my foot, and then had it float up, and I grabbed it with my hand. My buddy threw up, and I was just like, "I am so glad I have this, but I am done for the day swimming in here." I was just
I
like,
bet.
"I am never swimming in here again."
Well,
ever. But then I was just like, well, is this a part of Nelson's Landing? I was like, I think that's part of the Colorado River.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes, it is.
So
Colorado River.
But so, like, to answer your question, it's like it's kind of weird, right? Because I'm pretty sure other people have scuba dived in there to begin with. Because
Yeah.
I'm sure there's like not for bodies, but for like treasures. People have lost things, watches, gold rings, whatever, all kinds of stuff, right? So I'm sure there are people who go in there. But it's kind of weird that like this is the moment they start finding bodies, and I'm wondering like where in Lake Mead are most of these bodies at? Like it's kind of dumb if you are like burying them in the national park section where
Yeah.
a bunch of people are at. I would it's 122 miles long, right? So I'm sure you'll find some more desolate place, or not
Yeah.
desolate, but
I guess it just depends on the person who's dumping the body, if they're lazy or not.
I guess that's
You know
true.
what I mean?
right. Yeah.
I don't want to drive 122 miles down that way.
Yeah, they're already driving all the way, and then they have to get on the boat to go all the way to the middle of the Lake Mead,
Yeah.
and then dump it.
Yeah, they're putting also in steel drums, these people.
Yeah.
So that is definitely a whole task,
Yeah, unless they come at it with the team.
Well, of course.
You be the driver. You be the driver of the boat. And then
I mean, that's the only way to do it.
yeah, the mob.
But I mean, who knows what else they'll find in there? They'll find some cars.
oh, that'd
I
be
feel like they'll find some cars.
that'll actually be pretty cool.
To see a car, yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be awesome.
Some
to see.
like an old
or a golf cart.
A golf
A
cart.
golf cart. That'd be hilarious.
I think I see a car there
Mhm.
more.
We haven't seen any animals like a lion or anything like that, have we?
You mean like a mountain lion?
Yeah. Mountain lion, sorry.
I mean, unless it fell accidentally, I don't
Oh.
think so.
Or maybe like a bird got to it and like, gouged its eyes out, then it wandered aimlessly and then died right at the lake. You know what I'm saying?
That's also a possibility.
You know?
Yeah, I don't know.
I
about the
hear
scenario.
that it's one of mountain lions' worst nightmares is being gouged by by birds.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
by Woody Woodpecker.
For sure. All right. So I think there was a question I had. It was for Lake Mead, but I forgot it. It was along the lines of like, what would you find most? What was the thing that you would find most likely, other than of course bodies, and then you bringing up cars, and I'm bringing up a mountain lion. You
Mountain
never
lion.
know. You know what I'm saying? You never know what's gonna show up.
Some boats,
Yeah, maybe a calculator.
Okay. So some nerdy kid who like didn't want to go on vacation in Lake
Right.
Mead. He's like, I need to study for my exam, and it's on the
Right.
boat doing calculations and just.
And it's like a very expensive calculator that
Oh, the
works on
graphic,
hydro.
the graphic calculators, the,
Yeah.
Oh,
the
man.
TI
the
95s or whatever.
the Texas Instruments ones.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mom, that was $250.
I mean, you never know what's on there. Like it could be like some furniture, like not furniture, but like vases maybe,
Just random stuff.
or
in
like
there.
a chest. I mean, I'm surprised that no one's found treasure yet. But then again, if the mafia uses this place frequently, I don't think there'll be any kind of treasure down there.
Nah. Not that any kind of treasure you want to find.
Yeah.
Anything like value wise that you'll find is probably accidental people, like people accidentally dropping into the lake,
100%.
right?
100%.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting. Hopefully, hopefully Lake Mead water levels start to rise again. I don't know if that's going to even be a possibility. According to was it you said it right, Ranima, about how much snow needs, or was it you?
Me.
It was
You-
his.
Yeah, they
It's-
needed decades of snowfall on the Rockies
Yeah, I mean,
to save it. Yeah.
and how much?
What do you mean?
Like how
decades
much?
of snowfall?
Yeah, but like, did it say how like 10 inches of snow for the?
Oh
for a
yeah,
decade?
you need you would need a huge amount of snowfall. That's what it was. That was the measurement,
It's like we
It's
don't
like,
even know how much.
I don't even know.
It just needs to be a
Yeah.
lot.
and it needs to be decades worth. And I was just like, oh gosh,
It's got to be raining and snowing for like 3 months then.
yeah. I was just like,
Straight.
yeah,
Every
exactly.
day.
every day, nonstop.
No breaks.
yeah,
Yeah, and I mean, I don't see that happening really.
Mm-hmm.
It's just getting hotter and hotter here. You know,
yeah.
I
And it's
mean-
not just because of us, guys. It's not just because of the three
no,
of us.
it's the cows.
It's
freaking methane levels are rising because of those dang cows. Thank you a lot, carnivore people. I am one of those people.
You're
so-
welcome.
Good job. Good job.
But no, but that's great. I don't, like I said, hopefully we figure out something that we can do. I don't know what can possibly even be done to resolve the situation. Maybe the weirdest thing that I can see that would help would be putting like a population limit on Las Vegas, but that's not
That's not
not gonna
it's
happen.
not a thing that you could do.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
mean,
It's like we're at capacity, folks.
yeah. Sorry.
We only take 100,000 people.
Like if the Hoover Dam's going to run at 67%, then we can only have 33% people. here.
Right? Can you imagine?
Oh,
I mean,
man.
just cut off a state. Maybe there's 3 states that is supplying water to.
This is true.
You know, like it's doing California, which California could just get it off the coast, off the Pacific Ocean.
Apparently they
you
can.
know.
So could Arizona, though. Arizona
Mm.
also touches the water.
Does it? I thought it was a land.
Or is it just California then Texas?
I think Arizona is blocked by Mexico, New
Yeah.
Mexico, Utah, Nevada, and Californing.
Yep.
I don't
So,
think it's touching.
No way, for
Yes,
real?
yes.
I mean, okay, Arizona, you can have the water. We'll share.
we share.
But I mean, California, you guys have no.
You got a whole
excuse.
ocean.
I know.
Use it. Give us some water.
Yeah, let's reciprocate. How about you give us some?
I don't know
water
how you're gonna
instead?
get that water to us, being that we're above you, like in elevation.
But you guys are Californians. You guys can figure it out.
Figure it out. You got
You got Google up in there.
You got Silicon Valley up there. Tell them to figure it
Yeah.
out for you.
Build some pipes that goes up elevation or something. I don't know.
No, dude.
Use
Arizona does touch the ocean.
does it?
Yeah.
What?
What?
And the light blue,
No,
Does it?
it touches the ocean.
no, bro. Mexico is right there. Wait.
The light blue is Arizona, the state.
No, here. Look at that one.
The one that Alaska's.
That one is. Look at there. That's Arizona, right next to, right
Yeah,
above
it's
Mexico.
being blocked by.
Oh, I was like, how'd you
and
change
then
it?
it's like
I just.
I was like, how'd you change this?
because New Mexico is like right beside it too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is definitely a better representation for sure.
He left out Mexico on the bottom.
Yeah.
No, they didn't have it. In
No,
the,
it just-
they
it
didn't
was
have in
just
the
the
picture.
United
Oh, okay.
States.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He left it out. Like,
I didn't leave it out.
It's
The
like,
picture
well,
left
it's
it out.
like, look. I'm not making fun of is, but it's just like,
Yeah, no,
Hey,
there's just the U.S.
hey, look,
it is the U.S.
look, Alaska's
Alaska's
right
blocking it.
close to Arizona.
Well, I knew that because Hawaii's also there too. So you know what I mean. I know they're both not there.
Hawaii's really
I
close to
lived in both
California.
of those.
I lived in both of
states.
those states. Yeah,
He's like, Hawaii's really
Okay.
close to California for some reason.
yeah. Never mind. Arizona definitely needs it
Yeah,
just as much as we do. But they got also California's closer than we are.
you know, but like to resolve the issue, the power to use to pump the water up to us,
Yeah.
use the energy from our dam to pump up to us. It's like,
But I mean, when you're coming from California going into Las Vegas, isn't that like a solar thing, like a solar plant, whatever?
yeah, on the edge.
Yeah. Well, can we
Mhm.
just use can we build some more of that to help power that thing? To
I mean,
pump
you
the
can.
water
You
into-
get there. I mean,
You know?
to everything, there's positive and negatives. And the negative to solar, which I am pro solar,
Mhm.
right? But the negative to solar is that you destroy a lot of
Wildlife.
wildlife,
Yeah.
right? In the production of it, right? Because what few vegetation that grows there, if you put shade over it, now they're not going to grow anymore
Yeah,
because you got
you
all
need sun.
the huge solar plants, right?
Yep.
Farms or whatever you call them.
You need the sun.
It's crazy. We got a bunch of stuff. Wind. We get some crazy winds here sometimes.
Yeah. What can wind? That's a good.
Wind is a
idea.
great one.
That's a good
Congress,
idea.
I believe, Congress doesn't want infinite power sources because that's why
Too convenient.
people can't get their own electricity.
Right. Well, I mean, obviously,
Yeah,
money's money. California can do
money must be made for some reason.
California can do it's like windmills, but it's water mills, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
they-
like hydro planes.
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
That's
exactly.
what Hoover Dam got, and it like I said earlier, it provides 1.3 million people with power.
Yeah, we're one of
Oh
those
my
1.3
goodness.
million.
Oh
We're like
man.
0.0000001%. Well, I think that's all we got for today's episode. Or am I right? Am I wrong?
Yeah, I think so. Want to welcome back Randolph
Yeah,
to
man.
Hey,
I'm
the
shaking his
podcast.
hand right now.
Thank-
Okay, no, I'm
oh,
not.
yeah.
Yes, there we go. I'm
there you
shaking
go.
his hand. I know you guys
Oh,
don't see it.
Shake my hand too.
Hey, there
Yes.
we go.
Yes.
Glad to be back, guys. Glad to be back.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, everywhere that you possibly go to. But those are the three main ones that we actually do interact with. And also don't forget to catch us at Anchor FM and listen to us on Google Podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Overcast, Republic Studio, Pocket Cast, and anywhere else that you may listen to your podcasts. Thank you guys so much for listening. I'll see you guys next time.
Deuces.
Later.